life.
Shacket on Passover.
5, 4, pray. Let's get crazy for the intro.
Amen.
We are Journals Out Loud. We're here with a panel of wonderful kids and young persons. I'm Louise Palanker, your lovely and captivating host.
I've been out there wandering.
That's what I've been doing. Out there wandering.
Wandering.
In here wondering.
Out
And
there, or is
I-
it in here?
Out there wandering. In here wondering. And then I found me. And then I found you.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa, that was crazy.
Then that was the
really
order.
That should be your intro every
Man.
time.
That was the order of events. So I'm Louise Palanker. We're here. We're going to talk about all the things that have anything to do with life. And give us a call if you need, and if you have any questions. Could you turn my headphones down a little bit, Matt?
Yes.
No, Vicky Abelson sits here on Wednesday nights, and oh,
Freaking Vicky.
I think you turned them down too much. Now I'm no longer home. Hello. So first of all, we're going to talk about everything that has to do with life. If you have any questions about how to do life, how to talk to people, how to be a person on Earth, navigating your way through the things that make you happy. Yes, KatieMichal?
No, I was just saying, I got you. Talk to me.
Talk to KatieMichal because she's an expert at lifing. And the panel is here, KatieMichal, Jabbar, we've got Josh, we've got Tara, and we have Sean Lusk,
I'm here.
who comes with first and last name when they're only one syllable each, because I've got time for that. So, Tara, I've given her the snort giggles like all
The snort
day
giggles.
long. Right. So, little story. So, when I go, my name's Louise, and when I go to Starbucks and order a drink, I'm sure like a lot of you, they have a little bit of trouble with,
That is
basic
for sure,
spellage of
dude.
words and names and things. So my cousin Erica, whose name is spelled Arika, and she can relate, she ordered me this cup online, and the note said, "This is so that Starbucks will always get your name correct," and it was going to have my name right there. Well, because would anyone like to read?
Lucy's.
Lousies.
Lousies.
Lousies coffee, yes. And so
What a
I'm
That's like
enjoying
not-
it very much. And she's like, "I'm so sorry." And she called them and ordered it the correct spelling. I said, "I do not want the correct."
I'd rather have it wrong.
I know. The universe is amusing, and it's our
Wait,
fan.
she actually tried to get you your name and
Yeah, and they
See,
spelled
you were thinking the same thing. I thought it was like a joke that
Right.
this was the cup. No, it actually ended up
That
happening the
sucks.
wrong way, like you do when
Lousies
you go into
coffee.
the store.
Lousies?
Yeah.
It's better though that way.
So has anyone had any interesting Starbucks spellings?
I always spell my name like I never give my Starbucks my real name. I'm
Right.
always
I
like,
have a fake name when I go to Starbucks too.
all the time.
Yeah.
I change it.
Well,
What?
my name's
Every
Sean,
day.
and there's 3 different spellings for Sean, so they always spell it SHAWN when
Okay.
it's SEAN. So
Right.
I mean,
All right, we'll allow them that error.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your Starbucks name, Jabbar?
It's always the go-to is Josh.
Ah,
It's always Josh, and people believe it. I'm like, yeah.
It's the
stop
easiest
drinking
one.
his coffee.
And
Do
then
you
and
know
then I
they're
give them my
so-
debit card, and they're like,
I literally do a different name every time.
It's spelled
Tiffany.
Josh. It's pronounced Jabbar. So you just have fun with it?
Oh yeah, all the time.
'Cause
But one of the ones that I love using the most is Cammy, just because, and they don't ever spell it the correct way, but my stepdad calls me Cammy because KatieMichal, K-A and M-I equals Cammy.
Can we call you Cammy?
Yeah.
All right, great.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say there's another. So Sarah, she's had Sahara before. Like they.
Oh, she
spelled-
got
No way.
Like I was like, what?
Sahara.
That's the best.
The Sahara Desert.
And so just a little bit of an update. I heard from Tara that a bunch of you went to see Sean Lusk perform live.
Yeah, DJ Sean Lusk. No.
And you were
DJ Sean
fangirling,
Lusk.
and you were fangirling all over the dance floor, correct?
Like
In a way.
maybe a lot.
We did. I took a selfie with the camera.
Sean Lusk is just a heart throb. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
dreamy.
my
He's
heart's
dreamy.
just
You
like
guys are
this.
making me blush. Oh
So
my
who
God.
wants to give a
Is that the right side? Please tell me that's the
I
right
mean-
side of my heart, right? Thank God, honestly. Like, what's wrong
No.
with you, dude?
It's on my shoulder.
an
Actually.
anatomy lesson? All right, who would like to give a review?
I'll just say that I played like a 30-minute set, played a couple originals, a couple covers.
Wow.
It was pretty, and I played a duet with some girl that was later on the show. But yeah, it was really cool to have them there.
Yeah, it was really good. He did such an amazing job. The original one. Did I not sing every single
You
word?
sung every lyric. How did you know that?
Because I freaking am an awesome friend.
You're an awesome friend. No, you are. You are.
She's a fangirl.
No, she knew
literally.
every lyric to my original. And
Juliet.
Come
like,
at me.
When you sang Juliet live,
Oh, that's
song stuck in head.
Well, here's
for
the
3
thing.
solid
It's pretty
weeks.
catchy though, right?
It very much is. Yes.
Literally, I was next to her, and I was like, "Wait, is this a song that like is out there? Like, am I supposed to know this? Like, I'm very confused right now." And then she knew every single one. I was like, "Oh, that was the one that he sang that one time." But like, I just know "Doing My Best." That was like the end of the like. That's all I knew.
Doing my
You guys
Yeah.
sung. You guys sung that
Doing
Ed Sheeran
my-
cover really, really loud.
Yeah, except for there was this one oh I have the video. There's this. Oh my god, we'll have to share the video with you guys
No,
later.
you guys
but-
are gonna send me like a lot of video footage,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I'm gonna edit a little montage.
So
together.
we were singing the Ed Sheeran song, and me and Taro thought like we got this, and I was
They were really screaming
Snapchatting.
the lyrics.
I was Snapchatting, and then we messed up the words, and we're like, nah. And we like looked at each other, and he was like going on. It was great. So you guys will definitely see that later next time.
Are you sure that I didn't mess up the lyrics though?
No.
No, you were
we
just
messed
at like
up.
a different. We thought you were at a certain part of the song,
Like,
and you were
we
at a
were-
different part of the song.
We were here in the universe, and you were like here.
Yeah.
No, we just didn't.
They were
connect
in
on
the
that
upside
point.
down.
It was probably one of like the best moments I've had on Snapchat
'Cause it was
in
so
a
natural.
while.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny how we both reacted the same, but like different in different
Yeah.
ways, and we're just
Yeah.
like, we don't do it.
It was good.
All right. So where can anyone
Fail.
catch your music online, Sean?
You can find my music. I'm on Spotify. I got one song so far released, but
Which
like,
one?
I have a song called Why Can't I Remember the Name of My Own Song right
It's
now?
such a bad song name.
I know.
Sorry.
Get it right
called
now.
I don't remember the name of my own song right now because
Right.
I'm having a brain fart. But no, you can just look up my name on
Sean's mom.
you can just look up my name on Spotify and it should come up. I also have a music video on the internet and I'm releasing more music in like 2 weeks.
So just look for Sean Lusk.
Yeah, just look
on
for Sean
YouTube.
Lusk.
Yeah. What's the name of the
Hello.
song that Sean has on Spotify?
I literally can't remember my own name right now. The own name of my song.
The song
To
he
the
has
rescue.
on Spotify.
Love is Calling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, Momager.
Round of applause for
Mama
my
Lust,
mom.
DJ Nana Mama Lust to the red sheet.
DJ
All right.
Nana Mama.
So we're gonna dive into trendy topics, and this one I found on Huffington Post, which is HuffPo, which is there's a lot of really great stuff you could read for days on there and just never leave your home. It's really great, and so there was a study, and a woman did this study where. Because a lot of ladies say that they're not really that interested in how someone looks. They're mostly looking for personality. It has to be really sweet, really funny. But they did this study, and what they determined was the study suggests that women value physical attractiveness in a potential mate far more than they say they do, said study author Madeline Fougere, a professor of social psychology at Eastern Connecticut State University in Willimantic. And how do you guys feel about that? Because we've got two ladies here on the panel.
I feel like everybody knows that. It's like, duh. Everybody's going to judge the book by its cover.
Especially when you don't have them in person, you see only a picture.
Yeah, even if you say you don't, like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. I do.
Everyone does. It's natural too.
So they basically kind of passed around pictures, like headshots of guys with a description, and they had varying degrees of like how awesome the description was. And people still tended to lean towards the sort of conventionally better looking dudes.
Because like KatieMichal and Sean said, when you look at somebody, the first thing you're not going to think it's like, will I get along with this person? The first thing that you do is you see them. Like, I mean, if you're blind, it's probably a different story, but like if you see someone, you have to be physically attracted to them.
It's one thing to like you're going to judge somebody no matter what, but it is one thing to like judge somebody in a mean, negative way, and then just like judge somebody and say I am not attracted to that person because of their face.
Has anyone had the experience where getting to know someone makes him seem more attractive to you?
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. It's like the argument where like I can meet someone that's really really ugly, but then they have a really dope personality,
Right.
and you start
Did
to
it
vibe-
really
start to
require
vibe with
two
them.
realies? In his description,
Right.
required two realies?
Well,
Damn,
the
hurt
thing-
my
the
feelings.
extent
thing
of the
is,
ugliness.
if you don't just shut that person off just because of the way they look, that's like kind of the thing here. It just because of the way they look, but don't. You need to also look past that. You don't have to fall in love with that person, or you might not become friends with them. But if you maybe give it a chance, it turns out maybe it's not just about the looks.
So how about for guys? If she has to like reach a certain bar, or you don't give her a chance, or
No,
How is it?
definitely not. Like someone could be really ugly. Like I said, someone could be ugly, and then
This
you can
really ugly is like
You
really.
you can vibe with them though.
Sean, how about if you say
You can
less than perfectly attractive?
less than average, but then you can vibe with them and your personalities jive, and you can literally they can become attractive to you. I mean, that's how it is for me for like a couple times in my life. Like I've met a girl that wasn't super attractive, and then they vibed with me, and then I liked him after. Did that happen to you? Do you guys?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
He said
All the time.
absolutely every day.
I
Well,
also
like-
on the reverse, if a guy is really attractive, but he's just an ass,
Yeah.
he's written off so much faster than like a medium guy with a medium personality, like a really handsome guy who's just a horrible person. I am so done. I
Bye.
can't even, because like I hate them double for being handsome. It's like false advertising.
That's funny. That's funny. No, we're kind of conditioned as like kids to think that like pretty people are nicer than like mean people. You know what I mean? Like in Disney movies, like all the princesses are, you know, all the good people and the princes, and then the bad people are all ugly and mean, scary.
That's why Shrek is so the best, right?
Right. Totes, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
So much to learn from
I
Disney.
think this study would be a lot different if you can meet the guys in person instead
Yeah.
of just reading what their personality
Yeah.
is.
Or seeing like a two-dimensional photograph, because I feel
Exactly.
like when people behave, they become attractive just in the way that they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean, would you like to read the first question from a fan?
I would love to. All right. I got asked to homecoming by a guy who I like a lot. The problem is that I was so nervous around him, I only danced with him for half a song. Most of the time, I was dancing with my friends. It's been 8 months, and I didn't know that it mattered to him until 3 days ago, when one of my friends told me he thinks I ditched him for my friends. Now I want to explain myself, but I don't know how to say it or if he'll care. What do I do, guys?
Oh, you need to tell him, because then he'll understand, like, oh, you were nervous. Like, that's so cute. I'm so sorry you're nervous. And maybe he, you know, has moved on by now for 8 months. But yeah, you should totally tell him, because the truth isn't bad. It's not that like, oh, you asked me out and I just said yes, just, you know, because I didn't want to hurt your feelings. You were actually really excited, but then you got nervous, and I don't think he would get mad at that at all. No?
He was probably nervous himself.
Right, I'm saying. And I would be so sad if I invited a guy to the homecoming and he ditched me, but then found out later, oh, he was just nervous. Oh, you're so cute. Let's go to a movie, dude.
I think kind of
Yeah.
kids are sort of learning how to be in the world. And she went to the dance and she got sort of swept away with the comfortableness of being around her friends. And so if she walks up, like you can't make things worse by the guy already feels badly about the way that, you know, he was kind of left maybe sitting there. Maybe he didn't have as many friends there. Maybe he felt awkward for 2 or 3 solid hours. So if you say to him, like, I realize that what I did was probably insensitive and that probably left you feeling, you know, really sad. And I apologize.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Basically, like he's already feeling upset. The only way you can really help him not feel upset about this is to let him know the truth, which is, like KatieMichal said, not bad. It's like it's just literally what happened.
The truth isn't bad, right?
Yeah, no, in this case, it's not. I mean, so just tell him.
Right. The truth is not bad. And the idea that you're worried about this right now really shows what a wonderful person you are. And I want you to be able to grow up and look back on this and know that you sort of rectified the situation, rather than get that pit in your stomach every time you think about this situation of this dance and you with your friends and this poor sweet boy. So
Cool.
when you mess up, fix it. That's all we can do or expect from ourselves, correct?
True.
Definitely.
All right. Who wants to read a question?
Tara.
Tara Bianco?
Okay. I'm gonna go like this. So, just kidding.
Josh is
Sorry.
like,
I literally feel like I'm doing that every time, so it's kind of fun. When I was 7, my best friend moved.
I like how Loon is just like, whatever, and then Josh is also, yeah, whatever.
I don't think he's whatever. Well, because I want to make sure like I'm getting to the mic. So when I was, thank you for giving me room. Okay. When I was 7, my best friend moved away. She was a girl and I am a boy. I heard she was coming back and I was so excited to see her, but I know my friends won't let me hang out with a girl or they'll call me gay. I already messaged her to hang out and I don't know what to do. Wait, I'm sorry. Did I read that right? I know my friends won't let me hang
you read
out.
that right.
Imagine that they are 11 years old.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if you're little, they don't have that like type of emotion.
I guess, but like, wow.
I
All right,
remember
finish the
I thought
question.
the boy.
Go
Well,
ahead.
she said, "I don't know what to do." I feel
Oh,
like
that-
the boy's hanging.
He didn't know what to do. This is a
Or-
guy.
message her to hang out, and yeah. Like, so I think what I don't understand.
You should hang out with her.
Yeah,
hang out with her for
why are
sure.
guys calling someone gay
Because
if
they're 11
you're-
years old. Like, okay, yeah, I get that.
In
Because
elementary
It's not
Because
gay
cooties.
though. It's
Because
like boy
cooties.
and girl.
Yeah,
I'm so confused by this question.
You-
The boy
no,
should be like, yeah.
What you should do is tell them and be like, do you understand like what a girl is? And then just like let them mold over the fact that like you're gonna be with a girl. Nothing should happen. I'm not saying okay. But they'll realize that all those girls that they dream about in the movies, like you're hanging out with a real girl.
Well, to try and explain this, kids who are naturally gay boys, they will have a lot of female friends. That's just sort of
Yeah.
how things.
That's not how I think about it.
I
though.
know,
definitely
but
don't
I'm
think
trying
about it
to
that
just
way.
explain like sort of a gut reaction that he might be anticipating could happen. 11-year-old boys hang out with other dudes.
Yeah.
And there's this sort of period of time between, say, ages 8 and ages 13 where you go to your respective corners, and there's not a lot of intermingling. And it starts around 11 to start happening and become less awkward. But if you like this kid, just own it and say, she's my friend.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be that
Deal.
guy that
Deal.
has girls as friends
Yeah.
throughout middle school and then in high school, and all the girls are gonna think that you're super cool because you had a girl as a friend, and you're just gonna kill it, dude.
So, and you can even say, like, shall I define gay? Because gay...
Right.
Drop some knowledge.
Yeah, let me drop some knowledge. And so, and anything in life that other people are going to give a reaction to, you just have to be the brave one and just say, deal, because here's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't think he should worry about what his friends are saying. If he likes to hang out with this person, then he should.
Yeah.
Whether if it's a girl or a boy, if someone's like making fun of you for it. If you like the person, you should do it. Like, why does it matter?
Because no one wants to get teased.
Because
And so-
a girl hanging out with a bunch of guys doesn't make her gay. Not in my friggin' experience.
gay.
I've never been called gay for having all my guy friends be dudes.
The only thing that makes you gay is being gay. And so
Okay.
somebody and being gay is fine.
I'm
And
just
so-
saying this double standards.
Right, because gay is still a minority, and that's the only reason there's a double standard. If it were just like being left-handed or not liking olives, then we would be like, oh, he doesn't like olives. But it's like, oh, he doesn't like girls. Everyone's like all excited.
You're
But
so
it's
gay for
honestly
not
not a
liking
thing, and
question took so long.
because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to remember
Because
what
it's
it.
more in depth. You got to read between the
It's
lines.
hard to remember what it was like to be that age.
True,
But
true,
there
'cause
was
I, like,
that-
don't remember.
Yeah, there was that time period where it was hard to walk across the gymnasium and dance with a girl and not have everybody going and make you feel like, oh, everyone's staring at me. I'm the one talking to a girl. I'm the headline. That's awkward. And it's good that we're past that, but he's right in the middle of
He's
it.
in it, yeah.
Josh, would you read the next question?
Yeah. Things like people, tests, assignments, and teachers make me feel so anxious. I find myself staying home sick, often to avoid anxiety-causing situations. I've been avoiding writing a test for a couple days now, and I don't feel like I can go to school today. How do I get my mom to let me stay home? Fake sick again? Tell the truth? Skip school? And how can I deal with this in the future?
Tell her the truth. Tell her
Tell her
the
the
truth.
truth for
'Cause
sure.
then she'll be able to help you. Because I don't like a lot of people either. And tests were so scary for me. Like, I would verbally do the test with my mom, and I'd get an A+, right? And then I'd go into school and I'd fail. It was it was the worst feeling in the world taking a test and doing writing a what is she writing?
She said she's writing a
Assignment.
test.
Writing for a test or something, like an assignment for the test. You never know if you're actually doing it right in the end. You could be following all the instructions, but you're still like, is this the correct way I'm supposed to be doing this? I don't know. So I would just tell her the truth. She'll be able to help you.
Maybe homeschooling's the best option for you. That's what it sounds like.
It's possible. And if you state your truth in life about anything, if you just say, Mom, I'm feeling really anxious. I may have social anxiety. I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel like it should be this difficult for me to get up and go through my day. So can you help me work on that?
And that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I definitely recommend telling the truth because it sounds like this is something that's going to be ongoing for you, at least for right now. And for me in high school, I kind of had this social anxiety, but not necessarily around tests. So I would also call in sick. But what ends up happening if you miss a certain amount of days, your parents get investigated, and then you get truant. There's things that happen that if you keep missing school, that the school's not gonna just like take a I'm sick.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it says a lot that in your question you said tell the truth. I think you're smart enough to you're not just asking us to tell you an option of just skipping school or quitting or whatever. You put it in there, tell the truth. So I think you want to tell the truth. I think you should. You're smart enough because you already put it in there.
Yeah, anxiety is like a very
You know what I mean?
common thing, and there's a lot of ways to help people with anxiety. So I definitely recommend telling the truth.
If we had a gavel, we gavelled it, and tell the truth is the judgment.
Jabbar, next question, please.
How to get over an ex when you thought you had a real connection with him, even though you're only, wait for it, 12.
My favorite type of question is the one that sound like Google search.
Honestly.
Josh, take it away.
Okay, so I know you're only 12, so it might not be as serious. But for me, I've always said on the show it takes time. And this past week, I actually ran into my ex. That, I know, we were together for a very long time, and I ran into her. She still lives across the country, and somehow is like a couple blocks.
Where's she live again?
She lives in Detroit.
Oh, and where are we right now?
In California.
And how many blocks was she?
Yeah,
from your
she
house?
was a couple blocks from my house. So it was.
Is there a
kinda-
GPS device implanted on you?
No, I think she's on a family vacation or something. But it was really awkward because
Air quotes.
I never walk.
Vacation.
The one day I choose to walk, I never eat Chipotle. The one day I choose to eat Chipotle, it just was like on everything.
Did
I
she
don't-
act like she didn't want it? Like, she didn't?
No,
see you?
so I basically was outside a restaurant and I was like, oh, I should get a job here. And then Sarah, my current girlfriend, she took my hand and was like, let's walk this way. And I was like, why? And she only normally does that when somebody's like looking at me. So I turned around and we made this really awkward eye contact. And we stayed there for like 5 seconds. And I was like, nope. And then I just like turned around and walked the other way.
You didn't
We
talk
didn't
to her?
Nothing.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I would have. I don't know if
I
I
don't
would have
think I would.
either.
Okay, maybe in some other situations you talk to next, but in this case, there's a lot of back history that,
Wow.
things that I'm not going to talk about right now.
So
But-
how did it make you feel to encounter her?
And that's what I was saying. Like, I didn't know how I would feel the next time I saw her. And basically, like, I didn't feel anything. I just felt, if anything, more just like, it's kind of sad that we know each other so well, but we have nothing to do with each other anymore. That's like the only thing that was really like there, present. I wasn't mad. I wasn't sad. I didn't want her back. Nothing, none of that. It was just
Mhm.
more of like, okay.
Like,
wow.
isn't that interesting that this was the most important person that
It was so weird too because I just started recording my song, which is not necessarily about her, but it's called People Like You, and it's about people like you.
So it was about her.
She's an influencer, but there's multiple influencers of the song, and so I just recorded the vocals last week, and then like 2 days later, she was like, I ran into her.
Universe.
I was like, no.
This
But
is a
you're
retrograde
cute.
right now.
We should answer a question though. She said, how do you get over it next though?
With
Okay.
time.
I answered the question multiple
Time
Yeah,
times.
so
does-
what
oh, you
Josh is
did,
saying
huh?
is he
Time
had a
does.
physical, direct eye-to-eye contact with her, and it was kind of a blip. Not
Yeah.
like, oh, my heart, hold me.
I know. I was like, okay, let's go home, watch some movie. Like,
So
I
was there-
not even
Just know
upset.
at 12 years old, just know that this is not the end all be all. I want to talk about it so bad, but I just learned about like our frontal lobe as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
It's not fully grown, and so those things like this seem like it's gonna last forever. This sucks, and that's why teenagers have such a hard time with just not caring about these little things that are about this big in a world that's this big. But seriously, dude, like it's gonna get better. You're 12. Whoa. Like, have you even really hit puberty yet? I'm just wondering.
Probably not.
The other factor that makes it tricky to get over love between, say, the ages of 12 and the ages of 18 is that you can't really just walk away from the person. Like, there they are
Yeah.
in school the next day. So it's
Yeah.
much harder if love is sort of like a drug that you just have to kind of go cold turkey and get off of it. It's really hard to do that when you encounter the person day in and day out. And that's, as adults, we take for granted that you can get in your car and drive away.
Bye.
And like in 6 months, I'm going to be fine.
I will say that's probably like the only thing that was really beneficial on my part was that I wasn't still in high school when things ended, and it was able to separate. I mean, I still had my like crazy moments, but it was fine.
So since you can't physically separate from the person, I would say like really unfollow. Don't go out of your way to look and see what they're doing on social media. And
No.
don't as much as you can,
That is kiss of death.
provide yourself with that separation so that you can get over recovery and be in recovery from the person, and your heart will be free to love again. Yay, love. All right, so we're gonna do some news stories, Matt. Are you ready for that?
Yep.
So I came across this one on NBC News, and it's about how in New Mexico, not the country of Mexico, but the state of New Mexico. It's Mexico, but newer.
Not the old one. Not the old one.
And so I guess there's a lot of kids that go to school, and if their family doesn't have money for lunch, it's sort of not only do you not get to eat, it's made abundantly apparent throughout your entire peer group by virtue of some wristband or some other marcation on your body that you're not getting lunch. And so go ahead and roll the tape, Matt.
The new law means every child in New Mexico will be served breakfast and lunch, even if their parents have not paid. First of its kind legislation outlawing lunchtime shaming, where children are denied food or singled out for overdue bills.
They're angry or hurt or crying or because they have an unpaid lunch bill and it's your fault.
With among the highest poverty rates in the nation, New Mexico is not the only state where children have been embarrassed. In Alabama and Arizona, kids were stamped at school with "I need lunch money." Some children have been forced to wear wristbands, while cafeteria workers in Pittsburgh and Omaha quit their jobs over no money, no meal policies.
School meal debt happens in every single district in the country, and it's just a humiliation that gets us nowhere. And in fact, I think is detrimental to a child's education, especially if they haven't been able to eat.
The so-called lunch bill directs schools to work more closely with parents to pay debts. In some cases, children were forced to mop cafeteria floors or clean tables in front of their friends before they could eat. California and Texas are now working on similar legislation, a new hunger to end lunchtime shaming for those with no appetite to single out children. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's so horrible.
That's awful.
Can anyone relate to that? Any similar stories?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was a foster youth. I've talked about on the show multiple times. So my parents obviously were not part of the picture a lot of the times, and so the school would, at least I didn't have to get stamps, but if I was in line and I didn't have money in my account, they would take the lunch from me at the register.
Oh my God, that's like the guy
So,
that got dragged off
like,
the plane.
So we're like like I'm in line and I have all the food like right there checking out, and they like would take it from me.
Oh
Luckily, some of the lunch people were very nice to me and would just like go. But at the same time, like I totally agree with this law that it should be in place. Like the kids they get free education. Why aren't they getting free lunch while they're there? Or why is it the fact that their parents can't pay affecting their, like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Or why can't the school hold like a fundraiser just to raise money?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The fact that they were stamped and or wristband, that's just making it public. It's one thing to, like say, hey, you need to get money in your account so that you can eat, but that's so embarrassing. That is literally showing everybody like how, oh my God, that makes me so
I'm piggybacking off of KatieMichal. I think it is a terrible thing that they do that, because that is lowering kids' self-esteem so much. So the fact that they're doing it that way is just repulsive. The fact that they're doing it at all is like terrible, but like the fact that they're doing it like that and they like God,
they need to be
mean.
giving the person, they should just give the person the lunch, and then after school they can clean the tables or do whatever or make it up in some way, but not like doing
public.
it right. Yeah.
Didn't he just say that New Mexico is one of the lowest poverty states as well?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know, like back in New Jersey, if you make a certain income, like if you're immediate household, you make a certain income, you get free lunch. That's just a thing. But if you make over it, you don't. You have to pay for it.
Wow.
And just like Josh, it does show like, hey, next time you get lunch, make sure you bring money. So that's really weird that they do that in that state when it's one of the lowest poverty states. It's weird.
It must mean that there's just a lot of kids being shamed day in and day out, and that the cafeteria workers are just ready to walk out and say, unless this changes, I can't do this to kids. I can't stand here and do this to kids day in, day out. Won't do it. So
I don't get the reason for
round of applause for New Mexico, because that's what matters. Doing what matters in life is what it's all about. And we have another news story that's also about a state that's kind of setting the bar kind of higher. And that's the state of New York, which is now offering 4 years of tuition-free college to New York State residents. Now, our intern Sarah was mentioning that there's some stipulations. You have to be a resident of New York for 2 years prior, and I think you have to stay in New York and use your education and put it towards the community in New York State. You can't just take your free education and go, to California. You have to invest what you've learned into the community. But aside from that, it's sounding pretty awesome to me. So let's roll that tape, Matt.
For Melissa Olivar, going to college is a dream she feared was just out of reach.
It's very important because it could open a lot of doors, and especially for me, like coming from, a low-income family.
Today, a 4-year degree is within her grasp thanks to a new groundbreaking program in New York State. Students from families making less than $100,000 a year will get free college tuition at state universities starting this fall. The income requirement rises to $110,000 the following year and $125,000 the year after. With tuition at state 4-year colleges costing about $6,500 a year, that adds up to $26,000, not including room and board.
College is what high school was 50 years ago. And 50 years ago, we had the sense as a society to say, free public high school.
The Olivar family is one of the 80% of New York families with college-age children expected to be eligible for free tuition. To qualify, students must enroll full-time and average 30 credits a year, maintain the GPA required to graduate, and live and work in-state after college for the same number of years they receive tuition assistance. Free 2-year college is already offered in Tennessee, Oregon, Minnesota, and California.
Today's announcement in New York could really inspire other states to tackle the problem of college affordability.
This fall, Olivar heads to the City University of New York to major in chemistry and become a doctor.
I will be able, to go to college without having a big burden on my shoulder.
The financial freedom to fulfill her big dreams. Jolene Kent, NBC News, New York.
Excellent. Round of applause for New York State.
Yay.
Any thoughts?
I wish I lived in New York.
Yeah, no.
But it said California, so
I think that's really great,
Is anyone in college or has gone to college?
Gone, did it for a year, left, peace out.
Just 1 year of college?
It's just the thing is that the real thing that sucks is that you're paying so much for no guarantee of anything that comes out of it. There's so many people with a college degree that have the same job that I do.
It just depends on what career you want to go into. You guys are going into acting and performing.
No. I'm talking about regular,
real
not
jobs,
actors. I'm talking about real people. I work in a corporate company, and a lot of people that spend thousands of dollars on college have the same job that I do. It's no guarantee of absolutely anything, and that's what sucks. So I'm so glad it's going to be free because she might get out of college and still not be able to have a job.
Which is
she's probably going to go on to med school though. That's what she wants to do.
Okay.
So it really depends on
after
the
that. I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying, but I still encourage kids who want to go to college to go to college. I do think it helps.
I'm just
in
saying
terms
it
of
sucks that you have to pay so much for nothing guarantee.
Well, it does help, and some people do care about whether or not you've received a college education. If you were going to stay at your company and move up through the ranks, whether or not you have a college degree will matter at some point. I'm not sure what type of job you have, but they do look for a college degree in lots of careers. For example, if you want to go into accounting or insurance or things like that, I think you could get an entry-level job as a receptionist, but then, your rise through the ranks may be kind of like...
Which is a shame. I mean... I always talk about school subjects, and I hate it. I hate, like I said in the beginning of when I first started doing the podcast, is when schools teach you how to be the employee, not the employer. And that's how it's always been and how it'll always be. They don't teach you basic skills, especially in high school, to skills that we need on an everyday to day life. College is there to show like, oh, I did this for 4 years, or if you go into law or you go into medical school, you have to go longer. But for the basic things, you do it for 4 years. And they're like, oh, you did that. Now you can get a chance to go up higher, which is stupid because if I'm at a job for more than 5 years, I know everything that's going on in that business. I can move up just as fast as that guy that has a degree. You
probably do, but if they really love you, at a certain point, they may say, hey, we're going to pay for your college education because we need for you to have a degree before you can move on into management. So it just depends on really what you want to do with life. But there is a lot of value to having a college education. Not in the entertainment field so much. It doesn't really seem to matter that much in entertainment because I went into entertainment with a teaching degree and no one ever asked to see it. But we have a call.
We do.
Hello.
Hello, caller.
How did you like that segue?
Hey,
Hi, who's
hello.
this?
Hi, this is Kwame calling from Jersey.
Hi.
What
Jersey!
Do you have something to add to the conversation, Kwame?
Wait, pause for a second. What was the conversation about? Because I was kind of old for a while, so
We were
talking. Please.
Well, we were talking about how in New York you can get 4 years of college education for free.
But was there something that you called about?
Yeah, you might have a question for the panel.
Yeah, actually, let me ask you guys a question.
Sure.
Is the panel mixed with both men and women?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, let me get your opinion on this. I asked my fellow Snapchatters this question earlier, but I just want to know your opinion. Who do you think cheats more, women or men?
That's a good one.
That's a good one, Kwame. Thank you.
I can say, I would say men.
God, yeah.
Yeah,
I would say guys. for
Girls
sure.
is just
Dude,
hardly
you're a
ever
guy,
gets.
You're not supposed to say yes. You're supposed to say women.
Kwame, I think
Wait.
girls.
Is this because you're cheating on someone or something, or like you had a girlfriend cheat on you?
No. See, I'm gonna be honest, right? It is 2017. It's the year of the thought. So I'm not gonna be in a relationship. I want to be a thought.
You're the thought.
But no, it's not me that's cheating on somebody. Thank God.
I think it's more common for guys to cheat on girls.
It's more common
but
for
Girls
guys,
just
yeah.
don't get caught that often.
Yeah.
True.
Hey, that is true.
True.
I do think that girls cheat for love and the guys cheat for sex. That's more or less
I mean,
what I think. But
I beg to differ.
there's some exceptions, I'm sure. But women like to be in love. They might cheat.
So do guys. Guys like to be in love too.
Guys like to
do
be in
not
love.
Show it though, or like if you do, like I just think girls like fall like faster than guys. Well, certain girls fall.
It's
certain.
more. The majority of girls are more on the
Yes.
mushy side, and that's why we're
Stereotyping.
I cannot talk. That's why we're like known for being like, oh, we love and whatever, and you know, the majority of the guys are more all buff and tough and just want the booty. So,
Yeah, I
but
think
that's
it's-
not everybody. That's not me, and I'm sure that's not Sean or Josh or Jabbar. But unfortunately, majority of the world, I think guys are gonna cheat more than girls.
I'm sorry, KatieMichal. Are we saying something about me now?
You did.
What?
It was a
just said
joke.
all-
We
you
were-
just said
we were
You said
laughing
everyone
at
but
it.
Tara.
No,
Wait.
I was talking about the guys.
Kwame,
I know, but like the funny part was it was just like it's not me, and then you just went to all the guys, so it's
Oh.
kind of funny the
Well,
way
I
that
don't
you. No, I
know
totally
your life like that.
no, but like I totally got what you were saying, but the fact that Josh just laughed about it I was like, really, Josh? You went there? You went there?
All right, let me ask Kwame a question. Are you posing this question because you're currently cheating or being cheated on?
No. Okay, now I'm gonna be honest with you, right?
Please.
I have cheated on someone before when I was. I'm 23. I'll be 24 soon, but I cheated on somebody when I was in high school. I've got my karma back, and I have been cheated on, hence the karma. But not right now. I think I've learned my lesson with cheating on people.
So
What do you
your
think? Do you
experience is
think
it's
girls-
kind of even? What do you think? Yeah.
Personally, I do agree. Guys, I feel like guys, we cheat sexually. And I do think women cheat because of love. But I think men are more dumber at cheating because it seems like we get caught more often than a woman does. A woman is very sneaky and they plan out their cheating.
Guys tend to
Guys,
think with
we
their private
don't.
parts for sure. That's all I could say.
Why would they plan out cheating instead of just breaking up and saying, let's take a break or something?
Because there's benefits for the other person. That's why.
Yeah.
You know why me and my ex ended? Yeah.
Well, it just seems so complicated and stressful, doesn't it, Kwame?
It can be, but sometimes, especially women, they like to give us men back what we've done to them.
There's
So,
definitely revenge
sometimes
cheating.
They want us to...
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely
Really?
revenge cheating that goes on, Kwame. I agree with that. And that's not being fair to anyone because all three of the parties are sort of just taken down a road that they think is some other road. Yeah. But I want to thank you for your call. That was a really excellent call. Thank you
Thanks,
for the question.
Kwame.
Great question. Thanks, dude.
And now Tara has a story. Oh, are we telling your story? Yes. Oh yeah, we are
Okay.
because it's going to have intrigue.
So, sorry. So, I'm a bartender, and I was working a shift that I wasn't supposed to be working. Like, I had to go into work earlier on Saturday night, and I walked in, and I like saw some guys at the bar, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And like one looked super familiar to me, and I was like, I wonder if he's like a television person, maybe, possibly. And I was like trying to rack my brain. Got it. Ended up talking to them. They were very, very nice. And then the one guy that I recognized said, yeah, he's an actor. So I was just like, oh yeah, you kind of remind me of a guy that I see in a TV show. He's like, what TV show? And I was like, the Indian chick at Quantico. And so he's like, oh yeah, I'm on Quantico. And I was like, stop. I knew it. And he was so nice. And he was just like, I helped him out with bartending and whatnot. Like we could do like bar buys, and like bartenders rock. So gave him the bill. He gave me like a really nice tip because he was like so happy that like I helped him out and whatnot. And then today I woke up, and because his little brother and his like roommate got my number because like we all live in Studio City or North Hollywood or wherever we live, and it was just like, hey, why not? And then I woke up this morning to a text message saying, hey Tara, thanks again for Saturday night, everything that you did. You are awesome. And then his name, and I was like, the TV actor that I recognized at the bar was so nice and texted me saying I am awesome. I just felt so happy. But then I was like, wow, that was a really nice person too.
Or he's in love with you.
No, he's not in love with me.
But
he was just,
Is he the main character?
no, he's not the main character, but he was just like, he was so nice, and he was like wanting to like buy shots for other people at the bar who are kind of being like a little bit of like, I was not gonna let him buy the shots, but like he was just like such a nice person. He was there literally for 6 or 7 hours with his friends. So like I was talking to him for that was so much fun.
Gives me faith in the LA community. And
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
That's a very next. Anyone else have any interesting celebrity encounters of recent?
Recent.
Maybe doesn't have to be recent. Any stories pop to mind? Luna's like, yeah, I'm not really that into celebrities. Yawn.
I see them all over.
You do?
We're in
I
LA.
go to like award shows and stuff. But that's
Is there like, if people are visiting Los Angeles, is there a really good place for them to go to maybe do some star spotting?
Melrose. I always see somebody on Melrose all the time.
Cool.
Fairfax and Melrose, right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really recent, but I have one embarrassing story. It was basically I was at a party and there was celebrities there, and I was taking Snapchats, and I posted a Snapchat and I didn't have any clue who was in it with me. And one of my friends messaged me like, is that blank, blank, blank? And I was like, and I just yelled out loud, like, who is? And then they like turn around, it's me. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I realized like I knew them. After I got home, I realized I knew who this person was. They're on like tons of YouTube stuff, shows. They have music out that's on my phone. Like I was like, oh.
So I
like I had no clue who they were when I was right next to them. But
we live like along the Bel Air sort of corridor canyon thing, and there's like a plaza where a lot of celebrities go. And my husband is a lawyer, and he's just clueless about celebrities. So we were going into my favorite deli, and coming out is this beautiful red-haired lady, and I lean over to Ronnie and I go, "It's Reba," and I'm whispering because I'm discreet, and he right in front of her goes, "Reba who?" Like there's
like
other
me.
Rebas.
That sounds like
And
me.
she just smiled.
That's so funny.
That's awesome.
She's like,
Reba,
that's my
who?
name.
Yeah. What's Reba? Where?
It just got worse though, because like after I said her name, I was like starting talking to her. I was like, well, what do you do? Like what? What do you have out there? And then I totally just not make the connection who she was.
Oh, that's so
She's
cute.
very modest though. I will say that she was like, I just have a couple of videos out, and like so yeah, she was very cool.
Most people are really nice.
Most celebrities, they are, but especially when you don't know them. I feel like they're more like relaxed and cool around you instead of like the fanning out when you see them.
Right.
I've seen so many like Vine stars and YouTube stars now that like when you just approach them as like, I love your work instead of they're so much more cool.
Right, just to have a conversation, because think about it, if you were that person, you'd want someone to walk up to you and say, hey, I really appreciate what you do. As long as it's like kind of a normal conversation and not, okay, you've signed like 50 autographs that I'm going to sell on eBay. If it's just like, hey, because you do it for feedback. Like
photos. I'm gonna sell them on eBay.
you want the you want the feedback, right, Sean Lusk?
I do want the feedback, yes.
KatieMichal. I like this guy. Can you read that question, please?
Yeah. I like this guy, and I thought he liked me too, but now he's telling everyone he's gay. It makes no sense because he's one of those guys who dates lots of girls and makes out with them. He started telling people he was gay when he found out I liked him. Is he actually gay or just trying to avoid rejecting me to my face?
He's
definitely
rejecting
gay.
you.
Wait, what?
He's rejecting you.
You think
I
so?
know so many guys that
mean,
did this, like,
yeah.
quote unquote ugly girls. I don't think no
I
one's
don't think-
ugly.
I'm, like,
but
torn.
quote unquote ugly girls, they used to be like, no, I'm gay. Sorry. And like pretend they're gay. They're not gay.
I think
They
a
used to do
straight guy wouldn't want to tell a bunch of people that he was gay. and,
Unless
like,
he's confident enough and
Exactly.
like if he's still able to get all those girls, you know what I mean? Like
But
there's some people out there that are just
There's
that
a lot
big
of
of a
gay guys
douchebags.
that kiss girls. You know what I mean? And especially if they're in the closet. You know what I mean?
I'm like really torn on this.
That's
like,
a good one.
Because
Yeah,
like
That's a good point.
This is hard. I did date a guy. I can't say date. I held hands with this guy, and we it was like
Hands
sixth grade.
dating.
It was sixth grade, so it was sixth grade dating. We hung out
fling.
all the time, and then seventh grade rolled around after the summer, and he was full on gay. Jeremy Kazel, I love you, dude. We actually seen. Okay, no. Get this though.
his name.
No, get this. No, I love him. Get this though. Junior year, we ended up playing. I was Sandy, and he was Danny in Greece. So then we ended we had one last kiss. It was great, but he's definitely still gay. So that's my story.
He's been faking
Anyways,
it the whole time.
back to the question. It's kind of hard. I think he's rejecting you.
I mean, I'm torn because it's definitely it
I
could
think
be
he-
the rejection,
I
and
think
then
he's
at the
gay.
other side,
Yeah.
it
That
could be
makes
the.
sense as a
it also
gay,
seems
'cause,
too
like,
movie-ish to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna tell this girl I'm gay. Like I feel like there's so many easier ways to reject a girl without saying no. I don't
Right.
like
Yeah.
you.
And he wouldn't tell everybody though.
Well, because
like-
I've also heard of stories of somebody who was the player for girls in high school, then is the gay person later on in life
See, but
because they
that's-
were trying to cover up the fact that they were
That's
gay.
So
That was
I
my
feel like
So,
that's so
yeah,
ABC Family too.
I
Like,
know, but-
come on.
It's called freeform. First off.
It's called freeform now.
It kind of doesn't even matter because he's saying no.
Yeah.
So we could gossip about whether or not he's gay, but that's not the point. The point is he's not going out with you, and you just have to accept that.
Yeah, even if he's gay or straight, just being an ass.
Yeah.
we're all torn, so let us know. Like,
Yeah,
what happened.
it's mysterious. It's definitely nice and mysterious. Okay, Sean, next question, please.
I'm reading the next question.
I love this question. This question is so current.
I hate the talking stage of a relationship. You don't know if the other person is talking to anybody else, and you could easily be talking to other people, but you don't know if you should because of the other person. I am currently talking to a guy and I don't know what to do. Can someone tell me what I can do to get over this hatred of the talking stage?
Oh, it's so
Just
bad.
kiss him.
No.
Just move on. Move on.
No, talk no, if you guys are talking, you genuinely both don't know what is going on. I personally now after going through a relationship and everything, I just say be honest with whatever it is going on in your brain. If you want to not know and you want to keep not knowing, then that's good. If you want to be exclusive, then say you want to be exclusive. If you don't want to be just friggin' say it, talk to the person, ask the person, get your answer, and then move right along.
But then I also know those people who do the, so what are we? And things get awkward. And then you're
I
like,
can't also
Yeah,
yeah,
don't
that
come
can
at
change
it like
everything.
yeah, oh, I'm not sure.
Is there a time
don't-
period, though, after which you can say that, Jabbar?
So what are we?
After 2 months of talking, can you then
That's
say
so
it?
long. 2 months?
Well, what's
That
the
is
ti-
long.
what-
The talking?
Well,
yeah.
in high school,
Well,
in
it
high
also
2 weeks,
depends.
maybe.
It also depends on what you're doing. Are you literally just talking, or are you also going out every once in a while? Maybe it's a group friend, but you guys are definitely
You always
an
together. You're a
item
couple without the title.
without
And that's
the
what a lot
title.
of people are, to be honest with you.
I think it's all circumstantial, really.
Mhm.
You really have to feel it out.
And Sean, no, it's not 2 weeks because that's when I'm going to push away from you ew.
2 weeks?
Cool.
I mean,
No,
2
but
months
maybe
is a
it's
long
17.
time.
Maybe at 17 it is 2 weeks, and maybe at
you're
21
young.
it's 2 months.
Is it?
You're young.
You talk to people for 2 months, really? Before you
I got to vibe
make-
out with you.
Well, yeah, the
2
thing
months
is,
is so long.
yeah, but you're
Alright,
you're
I can't
young.
argue then.
You know what I mean?
I'm not your guys' age.
But
so.
having a grown-up
We're
relationship
older, so
is,
you got to say tonight, see if I really like you.
yeah, having
And
a
then-
grown-up relationship, there's a lot of stuff to think about.
Yeah.
You know
Well, what
I
about
mean?
sort of playing a little bit of kind of oh, well, I have to run because I'm talking to this.
No,
No.
don't
Because-
you can play hard to get, but don't actually say oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna go out with somebody else.
Ooh,
No.
No, but can you be a little bit mysterious about where you were and who was there? just so he can kind of.
I mean, if they
Put the ring
because
on it.
if he wants to put a ring on it, he's got to.
if they ask, but don't awkwardly just say like, don't say. Like, I'm at the movies, but I'm not going to tell you who I was with.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't say that.
All right,
if you're going out, like, let's say you didn't text him back for 2 hours. Like, hey, where were you? Oh, it's just at the movies. Like, oh, yeah, who are you with? And then you could just be like, just a couple of friends. Like, maybe that could put the thought in his mind. But don't, like, come out and say something like that.
All right, so, guys, if you're on the verge of liking someone, would you get a little bit jealous if she wasn't just, playing games, but sort of hinting that maybe she was somewhere with other people where your relationship might be at risk if you don't sort of pin it down?
Absolutely.
It's only
But
natural
then
to feel jealous.
I don't know, like, a lot of people I feel like would just push away and be like, well, fine. Like, if you have somebody else, then I'm going to go find somebody else. I don't need you. So that's why the waiting period, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm just always for one, like, to be very upfront with what you're looking for, because everything can be read into. Like, for me, like, I could be thinking one thing, she's thinking the other thing, and we're all talking, and then at the same time, like, we're not on the same page. So be very upfront is how I always give advice. And then also talking is normal, like, at the beginning stages. So just whatever you're comfortable with, also let them know, hey, I'm comfortable with talking only for this amount of time. And then let them know up front, so then they have a choice whether or not at 2 months they already know it's coming. You're not then saying, what are we? Like,
but
that's
upfront to a point. You know what I mean? Upfront to a point. Because you don't... Tara, go. Sorry.
No, I'm just... Because I'm torn between, like, what you guys are saying, too. It's just... Well, no, I'm not torn. Like, I'm just saying, like, just be honest as possible. And then if you think the honesty is just, like, going a little bit too much, ring it in. Analyze the situation. Like, just think it through. Like, don't talk before you don't think about everything. But be as honest as you think you can be. And then if it's really just screwing you over, then just... Okay, what, Kate?
I just definitely have had experiences with guys where they say something like, where are we? Or not that, but in that kind of general thing. And I'm just like, dude, like, skirt, get by. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, that's scaring me. So, like, obviously, I would say be upfront and tell them what you want to do, but there's also definitely a little bit of a gameplay that you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree with that.
It's so right? Wording. Because you can't just be like, okay, in my opinion, after 2 weeks, like, we should definitely go out. And then at 2 months, like, if you're not my boyfriend, then nah. Because, because if a girl said that to you, like, what you would be like, this is crazy. Bye. But at the same time, you also want to let them know, like, you do have expectations and you don't just want to be in this limbo talking stage forever.
If you have an opinion, give us a call at 888-531-7171. Tara.
I really think we're all kind of overthinking it too, because like when you're just in the moment and if your chemistry is good, if your vibe is good, you'll know what to do. Just trust your gut instinct. That's the best answer.
Well, and if either one of you are talking to other people, but you guys are definitely vibing, and then it just comes up like, hey, I want you to be my girlfriend, then you stop talking to those other people right then.
I'm thinking about my past girlfriend.
How did I get her? I don't know what.
No. We were in the talking stage for probably more than a year. I never put a
what?
But it's not the talking stage.
Right.
We were a couple.
Right.
But we never set a date. We never said, oh, this is our anniversary. And then we came to a year. We were like, whoa. So I don't know.
Speaking as someone who grew up in the age before texting, what is talking? Is it sexy, romantic? Or is it just, hey, how was your day? Like, how do you define talking in the might be leading up to romance type of
flirtatiously talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me an example of stuff that you would say that you wouldn't say to like your dad.
A full role play right now. Go. Action.
Hey, what up, girl?
Yeah. It'll be like, what are you doing right now? Oh, like, I'm just doing homework.
Yeah, just
whatever.
Like,
and then it's just like, yeah. And then it'll be something like, oh, I wish you were here or something. And
constantly texting.
Then,
sweet things.
oh, we probably wouldn't be doing homework. You're right. We'd be like, just hanging out, having fun. Whatever.
PG.
Yeah. I know.
I mean, how I interpret talking is kind of like the dating back in the day. So
Right. Yeah. It's a period of time where
dating is actually /boyfriend girlfriend, dating /boyfriend girlfriend. Like it's.
I think it goes like talking and dating are the same, and then boyfriend girlfriend are like after dating.
Well, if you're in high school, I
yeah.
When I was a boyfriend, I would be like, yeah, no, I'm dating that guy.
Yeah.
But I also would say, yeah, no, he's my boyfriend.
Right.
We're dating. He's my boyfriend.
Is it different when you get older?
When you're older, you actually date. You talk, and then you go on dates, like a date, and then you realize, yeah, I want you to be my boyfriend or girlfriend, and then you don't just go on the dates. You hang out at each other's houses and do things like grocery shopping.
You might stay over.
Right, might stay
adulting.
And it's like
adulting, yeah.
And unlike
road
high
trip.
School, and unlike high school, it's like not girlfriend next day. It's
right,
girlfriend
it's like
2 months down the
texting,
line.
talking. We go to one movie, and then like after the movie, you kiss, and I want you to be my girlfriend.
So we were in Death Valley this weekend, and my husband and I went hiking, and there was this couple that we found this like really off-road hiking trail, and it was like deserted, and this one car pulled in ahead of us, and it was this adorable boy. His name was Andrew, and he had this little car and his little girlfriend, and he had stocked the car with waters. He had extra waters for me and Ronnie, and they came from Las Vegas, and he had planned it. They're in junior college together, so they're like 19, and it was so planned, and he was so prepared, and they were so cute the way they looked at each other, and that's adulting, is when you start to like sort of make a plan and have an adventure together. Then that's a couple. And when you're ready to do that, when the guy's doing that and not just texting you, when he's stocking a car with a days full of goodies for adventuring and off-roading and hiking, and he's taking care of you and making sure that you're going to be good, then you know that you've got a good one. So Jessica, you've got a good one. Andrew's a good boyfriend. Who wants to read the next question?
Which one were we at?
I really like this book.
That one.
Okay.
That way.
That one.
I really liked this boy and we were friends, but then some people were making up rumors saying I stalk him and that I like him, and now he will not talk to me or like my Instagram posts. What should I do?
Okay, once again, imagine they're 12.
Yeah, I know. I was
this person
like,
is shallow if he believes rumors about you stalking him.
yeah. I mean, if you were an adult, I would say, yeah, I stalk like all the people in my life, no matter who they are. So like, let's go.
It's not the first thing you do when you meet someone. No, seriously.
Go through all
if
the feeds.
if you don't do this, like you're the oddball out. But the first time I meet someone and I get their phone number or whatever, or it's not even a phone number first, it's like, hey, what's your Instagram? I look through this person's life for sure.
Yeah.
So don't let anyone accuse you of something that they do. You just turn to them and say, and you've never?
Right, and if he thinks that you're stalking him in the real, not just cyber stalking, which is everybody does, but actually scary stalking somebody.
If you're in his
if
bushes
he believes
outside,
that, then he can go away, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like stalking is kind of an overused accusatory term that kids use against
There's
each
real
other.
stalking and then teenager stalking, which is what everybody does.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I'm crush stalking him, so your point is... You know, because we're all humaning right here.
I guess just the thing is, like, it's so, when you're older, it's not a big deal at all. When you're young, it's like a crazy, big, huge thing right now, but like, it's nothing. So take it at that and be like the more mature person, and we just bonked heads.
Oh, yay.
I think somebody's jealous, and they started the rumor because they liked him.
And then he freaked out because now everyone's teasing him. So just give it a minute, and you guys are going to be cool. Sean, would you read the last question? Because I think it's a good one.
What do you guys think of girls with acne? This is definitely directed towards us guys.
I don't think of it.
He doesn't have an opinion about it, yeah.
There shouldn't be an opinion about it. It's not really a big deal. It's natural.
Skin. Everyone has different skin types. Find what works for you. Find how to cure it if it's something of your insecurity.
It's temporary.
Exactly.
I know
what
it
do you
feels...
girls think of guys with acne?
I don't really have an opinion either. I mean, I think like... Damn, that's rough. And here's some here's some proactive, but like other than that, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? He has like, what do you?
But don't you look at the person behind the acne and go like, okay, well that's a really nice face, and this is gonna clear up.
This is just another like judging a book by its cover. Like, I mean, yeah, you might find a guy with acne not cute for the first time, and then maybe like you'll find a guy with acne that is cute. Like, you just
you can still be physically attractive with acne. Of course, there's plenty of people that have acne.
I don't look at acne and say, "Ew, you have acne."
Like, oh God, it's gonna spread onto me.
Right, like that's not. But it's acne. I mean, it's rough.
It's rough.
I-
We all get it though.
I feel like it's kind of a cruel joke that people get acne at the age where they're the very most insecure anyway. Like,
God,
what are you doing, God? Why?
Honestly.
So, but I mean, the little cover-up sticks and stuff like that get you through the day and things. And as long as your skin isn't getting all pocky, I mean, you can also go to the skin doctor and get a prescription that would help you. Talk to your mom about it. Talk to your dad about it, because you probably inherited it from them, and so it's
their fault.
It's a rough one, but it does pass.
It'll pass for sure.
Yeah. You are not your face. Anything else to add, panel?
No.
Thank you guys for being with us. We are Journals Out Loud. We appreciate you. Oh, let me get my closing credits. Crank up that music, Matthew. Our director is Matt Sigmund. Our producers are me and Patricia Bach. Our associate producer is Aaron Bach. Our assistant director is Andrew Kolb. Our executive intern is Lindsay Lack. Our cast is Joshua Elizondo, Jilly Halperin, Jabbar Lewis, Tara
out there wondering.
Yeah.
Tara Bianco, KatieMichal Pullen, Ben Nesbit, and Sean Lusk.
That was my name. You
Our
saved it. You saved the best for
theme
last,
song
right?
was written by me, Louise Palanker, produced by John Maddox, and performed by Lily Fair. We are Journals Out Loud, and we'll see you next week. Subscribe to our channel.
Deuces.
At Jabbar Lewis.